All right, lesson 1.2, adding and subtracting real numbers. All right, so we're going to start out by doing this with a number line. So each time what we want to do is we want to start at 0. All right, and the first one we see is -4. So that tells us we are going to go 4 to the left, down to -4. All right, but now we are adding on -7. So from here, we have to go 7 more to the left because it's negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where do we end up? At a -11. So that is our answer. All right, moving on to number 2. Again, remember, start at 0. The first number we see is +4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. But now we're adding on a -6. So from this 4, we have to go -6. So that's to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we end up at -2. All right, one thing I am going to show you is a little shortcut. So if you see back on number 1, notice there are 2 signs in the middle. We have a plus and a -7. So anytime there are 2 signs in between, you can switch them both. So we can change this as to -4 minus a +7. This is really the same thing as -4 minus 7. So if you want to think about it that way, you can too. You'll get the same answer. On number 2, if we switch the signs in the middle, we get 4 minus +6. Or in other words, 4 minus 6. Either way, both of these get you to the same answer. But if you're doing this little shortcut method, it has to be the 2 signs that are in between. Those are the only 2 you're worried about. All right, so why don't you pause the video, try the next 2 on your own. They're pretty similar, except this time the number line is vertically. All right, if you didn't pause the video and try these on your own, go ahead and do that now and come back. All right, number 1, we are starting off at -8. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. Now we are subtracting a -7. So this might be a little confusing because subtraction, you're thinking you're going down, right? But we're subtracting a negative, so we have 2 of them. That's where I like to use that little trick from above and switch the middle signs. So instead of -8 minus -7, we have -8. We are going to change both of those signs to positive. So plus a +7. So from there, we just have to add 7. So subtracting a negative is the same thing as adding a positive. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we end up at -1. All right, last one for the day. Start at 0 again, except the first thing we see is -3, so we are going down 3. From here, as you can just see, we have a -5. So we're currently at -3, and we just have to go down 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets us to our answer of -8. And that is all for today. Good job. Make sure to do the practice and LT check.